So in response to Mr. Graham's uncertainty, Countdown launched a special investigation, revealing not only proof of Obama's secret true religion, but also how he has executed an ingenious long-term plan to conceal that faith, a plan he first put into motion when he was just 2 years old.
The Muslim-seeded toddler engineered the divorce of his own parents to prevent people from learning that his father was Muslim. In his book, Obama claims that by then his father was no longer Muslim, instead portraying him as something much more popular with Americans: an atheist. Obama still claims not to know whether his grandfather was Sunni or Shiite, but he sure looks sunny. To keep up appearances, Obama cleverly violated his Islamic faith whenever he could, fooling everyone by never going to Mecca, breaking the fast of Ramadan, eating pork, and drinking alcohol, having a Christian wedding, baptizing his children, worshiping at Christian churches for decades. He only faces Mecca from way downtown. Bang goes the dynamite. He even sent his daughters to a school, a fancy Washington school that was really a madrasa, a fancy Washington madrasa. He never had a beard, except for the Jewish people he cleverly picked out to carry out his secret Muslim agenda as White House Chief of Staff and Supreme Court Justice. The plan was working perfectly, but there were clues for those willing to do the incredibly hard work of seeing them. As a radical Muslim youth, he ran an Islamic journal whose Arabic name translates as Harvard Law Review. Islam permits men to take a number of wives, and that's exactly what Barack Obama did. The number he picked was 1, and a woman with an Arabic name, Michelle Robinson, who insists on wearing a burqa. His favorite team, the Chicago Bulls, who just happened to play in the same division as the Milwaukee Bucks, whose arena just happened to be known as the Mecca. Coincidence? Then what about his legislative agenda? He openly practices Chicago-style politics, just like the Taliban does, extending benefits for the unemployed, including Muslims, expanding health care for all, including every single Muslim in the country, unless already covered by employer health care plan. To this day, President Obama continues to refuse to bomb not just one, but many Muslim countries. He even refuses to close his secret tropical paradise safe haven for Muslims, just 90 miles from America's shores. Obama nearly let the cat out of the bag on several occasions, openly attacking a longtime Christian leader, thanking his co-conspirators for keeping his secret secret.
You're absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith.
Outlining his dream of an Islamic America.
We'd be one of the largest Muslim countries in the world.
And bragging about how much he's done already.
We are no longer a Christian nation. There is a mosque in every state in our union.
If few seem to care that Obama is America's first secret Muslim president, it might be due to the popularity of America's first openly Muslim president, who won America's heart by turning the White House into a virtual mosque.
This is the 5th year in a row that it's been my honor to host an iftar in the state dining room.
Revealing how he came to embrace Allah.
The revelation of God's word to the Prophet Muhammad in the form of the Quran.
Using the English word for Allah, God, he talked about the Bush family holidays.
Ramadan is a time of heartfelt prayer and togetherness.
Explained how Islam helps America through tough times.
That it's a national and Islamic obligation to assist one's neighbors when they are in need.
And outlined his master plan to make America more Islamic.
I've encouraged American families to host exchange students from the Muslim world. I've asked young Americans to study the language and customs of the broader Middle East.
After getting rid of all the White House Bibles, he proudly announced their replacement.
And for the first time in our nation's history, we've added a Quran to the White House library.
So, the big mystery is not President Obama's secret Islamic faith, but why he won't simply admit to being the second Muslim commander-in-chief of the United States of Mecca.
Assalamu alaikum.
Islam is peace.